Earlier this year, we put together a comprehensive website guide. It's long, it's like 20 plus, 30 plus, 40 plus pages, I forgot exactly. We interviewed a bunch of franchise brands, leaders, franchisees, industry experts from SEO to paid listings. All of them is included in that guide. Now, you might be a little bit lazy, you don't want to get into reading a whole guide. That's why we created this video. Sit back, relax, grab a cup of coffee. It's about 7 minutes long after I'm done talking, and you get to just get all the information to that guide in these 7 minutes. Welcome to the world of websites.
If you're in franchise marketing, you know the feeling, right? That website you launched a few years back is, well, it's starting to show the cracks. But here's the thing. The answer isn't just another pretty redesign. It's about totally rethinking your digital foundation. So today, we are breaking down the blueprint for a franchise website that's truly built to scale.
So let's just start with this one fundamental question. Is your website an engine that's actually pushing your growth forward? Or is it a massive bottleneck holding you back? I mean, think about it. Every new location, every single marketing campaign, every franchisee request, it all flows through this one central hub. It's either your most powerful tool or your biggest headache.
And look, this isn't just a gut feeling. The numbers here show this is a real measurable crisis. The tipping point seems to be right around 15 locations. All of a sudden, you've got 62% of marketers spending over 20 hours a week just managing the site. That's half their job. And at the same time, over half are saying the site's performance is actually going downhill. It's a total perfect storm, and it's all because the foundation was never built to handle this kind of growth.
And this is what you get. It's what the source material brilliantly calls a Frankensite. This monster that's just stitched together with a bunch of different plugins, quick fixes, and third-party tools. Yeah, it might look okay from the outside, but underneath, it is slow, it's unstable, and it's basically impossible to manage when you keep adding more and more locations. So, this is the most crucial point. Just slapping a new design on a broken foundation, it's not going to solve anything. You don't need another coat of paint. You need an entirely new strategy, a new architecture. One that's designed from the very beginning to support hundreds of locations, not just a few.
And that brings us to the core of this whole thing, the blueprint for a system that can actually scale. It's called the 4-layer website stack. And this isn't just some abstract concept, it's a proven structure for organizing your entire digital presence so you can get maximum performance and, of course, growth.
So let's break down how these layers work together. The stack has 4 really distinct parts. First up, you have your top-level brand pages. Second, the locator, which is what connects your customers to your actual locations. Third, and this is a big one, the local microsites, where all the conversions happen. And finally, the FranDev pages that actually fuel your growth. When these 4 work together, their impact isn't just added up, it compounds.
Okay, so layer 1 is your brand's anchor. Think of these as your main national pages. Your homepage, the About Us section, services. Their one job is to tell a consistent, powerful brand story that builds trust. This creates a halo effect that gives every single franchisee a much stronger foundation to build on.
Next up is the locator. And please don't think of this as just a map. It is so much more than that. It is the critical bridge that takes a user from just being aware of your national brand to actually having local intent to buy. If this experience is slow or clunky, especially on a phone, you've lost them. That customer is gone before they ever even see a franchisee's page.
All right, layer 3, this is where the real action is. Location microsites are the digital front doors for every single franchisee. And listen, these cannot be thin cookie-cutter pages. They need rich, localized content, specific calls to action, and unique details that turn a local search into a scheduled appointment or a phone call. This is your lead generation engine right here.
And finally, layer 4, franchise development. And this one is so important because so many brands get it wrong. They stick this on a separate, standalone website, which absolutely kills its SEO value. By baking it into your main site, you get to leverage all of your brand's authority to attract, educate, and convert the best possible franchisee candidates. And hey, if you're not convinced about unifying all these layers, just look at the hidden costs of keeping them separate. When your systems are all over the place, you're splitting your SEO power. That can mean up to 40% less organic traffic. You're creating huge analytics blind spots, losing maybe 25% of your visibility. And simple updates, they can take 50% longer. A unified system pretty much solves all of that.
Okay, so we have the blueprint, we've got the plan, but a perfect structure is totally useless if the final product is slow. Performance isn't just some nice-to-have feature. It's the absolute foundation of the user experience. So let's talk about how to turn this blueprint into a high-speed reality.
I want you to just think about this. Every single second matters. A 1-second delay in your website's load time isn't just a minor annoyance for users. It has a direct, measurable, painful impact on your bottom line. And what is that impact? Boom, a 7% drop in conversions. Now start multiplying that across 50, 100, or 500 locations. The lost revenue is just staggering. Speed isn't a tech metric for the IT department, it is a core business driver. This is exactly why Google is so obsessed with what they call Core Web Vitals. These are basically the standardized metrics for measuring the real-world user experience. It's not just about how fast your page loads, but how quickly can a user actually interact with it, and how stable is it visually. This is the new benchmark you just have to meet. So building a fast, well-structured site, that's one thing, but keeping it that way as you scale to hundreds of locations, that's a whole other challenge. Let's look at how to future-proof this thing so it grows with you, not against you. The key here is what we call smart governance. Now, this isn't about locking everything down and being a control freak. It's about giving franchisees control over the things that matter locally. Their hero image, local promos, while corporate keeps control over the core brand elements and the structure. This model gives you speed and agility without ever sacrificing your brand's consistency.
And looking to the future, we have to talk about AI. The huge distinction you need to understand is between embedded AI that's built right into your platform versus bolt-on AI that comes from a bunch of third-party plugins. The embedded approach, it's seamless, it's high performance, and it's secure. The bolt-on approach often just leads to a clunky experience, slower pages, and a whole lot of governance headaches.
So, how do you take all of this and actually put it into action? Well, it all starts by asking the right questions when you're looking at any potential partner or platform for your next big website build. Okay, here are 5 critical questions to put in any RFP. Number 1, how does your platform perform at 500+ locations? You want proof, not just promises. 2, are key features like the locator native to the platform, or are they clunky third-party plugins? This tells you how stable the system really is. 3, what's your roadmap for SEO and AI? You need a partner who's building for tomorrow. 4, can franchisees easily manage their own content within corporate-approved zones? And 5, a big one, how easy is it for us to get our data out if we ever choose to leave? The answers to these questions will tell you everything you need to know about whether you're getting a growth engine or just another Frankensite. Look, at the end of the day, it all comes down to this. Your website isn't just some line item in the marketing budget. It is core infrastructure, just as important as your supply chain or your training program. So the final question I want to leave you with is a simple one. Is your infrastructure actually built to win?